Welcome back to another video at Take Refuge 3D. This is a bonus tutorial just about optimizing the UVs. I wasn't fully happy with some of the UVs. I'm quite happy with the wireframe. So this is a bonus tutorial where we're just going to deal to some of the problems with the UVs and do an improved UV set. And I encountered a couple of these problems on this practice trial that I did. So I'll turn the wireframe off and um, get rid of the shader settings. So we got, we'll turn tessellation on. We can maybe just bump that up a little bit, 0.01, 0.02, 0.1. That might be too much. 0.025. That's still too much. 0.01. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so this is kind of what the result that we're going to be going with, and we'll do that. But so just quickly first, we'll go and fix these UVs in this bonus tutorial. If you don't want to do this one, you can skip ahead to the texturing tutorial. You will still be able to follow along. You just might be able to get better results if you make sure you've got optimized UVs. And I reckon this is looking pretty cool, but I reckon we can get it looking just as cool, if not better. Alrighty, so cracking into it. At the end of the last episode, we baked some normals in Marmoset. We're going to go back and do that. You can also bake your normals in Substance Painter if you want. I prefer Marmoset. It gives me a little bit more control, and I find that the results are a little bit better. And we're also going to go and bake the rest of our maps in Marmoset as well. So if you want to skip ahead, if you're happy with the results that we got at the end of the last episode, then feel free to do so. If you've been following along, send me your results somehow, or send me a link to your results in the comments. And we'll see how we go. Right here, we're looking at the metallic channel. Okay, and we can turn the wireframe on to see that this is the reasonably low poly mesh. And obviously, once you add LODs to it inside of a game engine level of detail, it will be even lower. And it's all triangles, which is great. So if we go back to our material, we can turn our wireframe off, and it's starting to look pretty cool. Now, this is just a quick practice run that I slapped together for the purposes of figuring out how I was going to follow the tutorial. And we've got different layers here. I haven't actually got them all turned on. But basically what we start with a base layer, which I made, which I'll show you how to make. I mean, there's obviously, if you go into here and you've got brass polished and whatnot, so we could whack that on there, but it just does not have the same result as making your own procedural texture to begin with. You get a lot more finer control. And yeah, let's crack into it. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to go back into Blender, and I just want to sort of manage my UVs a bit better. So what we'll do is we'll crack into Blender, and I've just one thing that I wanted to do is obviously, we added all these vertex colors here. I'll speed this up, but I'm just wanting to add an extra seam. Actually, we'll do it underneath so that it's not overly visible. I want a little bit more control over the metallic on this. Oh, that one's... Look, but I'm not going to go and fix that one up right now for the sake of the tutorial. Actually, I think I am. Where is the... So I'm going to speed this up. So what we're doing is we're just going to mark underneath. We'll go into the underneath mode. We're just going to mark a seam here. And we'll go back into UVing mode in a moment. And we're going to rebake our textures. Okay, so now we've got all of the white vertex colors selected. Now you'll see why I'm doing this. The real reason why I'm doing this is I want this model to be hold up a little bit better during close scrutiny. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into UV editing mode, and as you can see, all of those selected vertex colors are all over the show. Okay, some of them are rotated one way, and some of them are rotated the other way. So I'm going to click U, and I'm going to do it. I'm just going to try a normal unwrap this time. And we'll get rid of that, and we'll just make this 50-50. We'll get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that. Okay, so we got that. So let's just try a regular unwrap. U unwrap. Okay, there's a couple of them that didn't quite work out, but they look to be all roughly in a row. I just want to select these ones and see if I can go Q straighten. Those ones don't have seams, but which ones are they? Okay, let's try and isolate them. Actually, that should be okay for now. Now, let's just see that they're all go roughly going in the same direction. See if I can mark a seam. Okay, with these selected, if we press Control E, we should be able to mark the seam. And fingers crossed, we can unwrap those as well. And oh, we've got one more to do. Mark seam. No, wrong one. Okay, so if we go U and unwrap that, we've got all of that. Select everything else. Um, we want to select everything except that. Actually, let's go back a few steps. G. Okay. And we need to have this one open. Select everything except that. And we're not G like that. And then in our UV pack master, we want to go pack to others. And this is going to take a few moments. I'm just going to escape out of that. And we want to turn actually, we want to turn rotation enable off for now. Pack to others. Okay. And our wooden guys are still big. Now we want to escape out of that. And somehow going to select these green guys again. I will skip ahead to when it's done. Okay, and we're going to go G, drag all of those up, select all, and select only these ones. Turn rotation enable back on. Actually, I'm going to select all of these guys. I think that's that. And we're going to go straighten them. Because they're n-gons, they won't. Okay, that's okay. We'll select all of these guys. We'll turn rotation enable back on and flipping enable. Okay, and then we'll go back to others. And hopefully this will give us a slightly... Actually, let's select all these guys. Oh no, that's right. And we want to turn normalize islands off because they've already been normalized. And pack to others. Oh, escape. Escape. Okay. Pack to others. Actually, no, because we're using vertex colors, so that's fine. Okay. 0.003. I think that's good. I think we're good with that. Okay. So that's that object, or those objects, including that one, which is its own separate object. Okay, so let's go to Marmoset Toolbag. Put our baker in the scene, go to our quick loader, and open that up. Okay, so we're going to bake our normals again. That's essentially it. We want to go back down to multiple texture sets. We want our pipe to be 2048 and we want our bowl to be 4096. Okay, and let's give it 16 samples, 16-bit channel, padding extreme. Let's soften it a little bit. And fingers crossed, if we click preview, we need to make a new folder. We're going to call this baked maps final. Okay, and we're going to call this baked for substance. Okay, we'll save that. And we actually want to go to our bake project. We want to do our normal object, our curvature, our ambient occlusion. We want to configure it. We also want to bake our height, position. No, we don't want to bake our height. Our position and our thickness. Okay, that's normals, object normals or world space normals. Position, curvature, thickness. Okay, I think that's good. Now, let's click preview. It's baking the maps. Okay, and let's just check out our details here. Okay, curves look good. We got that same artifacting that we got there before. That's okay. It's reasonably low poly in that. We could have fixed that up with vertex groups in our modifier stack in Blender, but that's okay. We've got a bit of artifacting there, which we don't want. Let's just check other parts of the model for artifacting. So the way to fix artifacting, so the artifacts are actually coming from the high poly mesh itself. So if we go into edit mode, and you can see where these poles are, basically, if we select this vertex, and maybe this vertex, why can't I select the vertices? Okay, let's just see if we can select the edge. Let's turn our viewport visibility off. And if we Alt Shift there and there, and then we go into vertex mode and select those and press Control V, and we'll just go smooth vertices. Shade smooth. And we can probably do the same here. And it's probably edge related. And actually, I don't mind that little bit of imperfection there as long as it's not artifacts. So let's carry on with this. Just pressing Shift S, Shift S, and what we can do, Control V, smooth vertices. Now, let's go over to Marmoset. And let's go back to our bake project, and let's click bake again and see if we get rid of those. And there we go. That's all fixed up. So that was to do with the mesh. And if we look at the light, we should get like a little bit of, yeah, you can see it there. You might not be able to see it because I'm filming in, but just there, we're getting a little extra bump. And I actually don't mind that because it's a little imperfection. We could even, I'm going to do a lot of those imperfections in Substance. Anyway, that's now the main reason I wanted to do that. Let's, if we just link a texture project quickly to our pipe. Let's create a new texture project and select pipe, and then we'll just go link the currently selected material. And if we go metal, okay, we'll just go all metal. Let's find something with a anisotropic. Let's just download this quickly. Okay, and if we just go to layers and just drag this one up there. Now we've got an influence on there and it's set to triplanar, but when we set it to UV, and let's just do tiling like, I don't know, 20, 20, and then do the rotation 90. All of these individual ones here will have this line work going around the way. So I think we could get a really nice brushed effect in Substance Painter with that. Okay, and that's the reason why I did that. So that's the end of the bonus episode. And if you were happy with that, then you're going to get a better result anyway. Okay, just finally checking for any other artifacts. I know that we've got these kind of There's one there actually. I might just fix that one up before we're done. Just re-importing the mesh. And that's all fixed up. And that was because I forgot to reactivate my modifiers. And just checking up here. Yep, all good. Okay, so yep, thanks a lot for watching the bonus episode on optimizing the UVs a bit better. If you didn't optimize the UVs, that's okay. You're still going to be able to follow along on the other one. You just won't be able to get as much granular detail. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.